Friends, what's going on? It's Brad Reynolds with Synergy, and today's video is all about the one thing slowing down the Nashville real estate market, which is actually kind of interesting because that may be the title of the video, but it's more than just one thing, and we're gonna break that down here in a little bit. Overall, the biggest thing that all these things go back to is affordability. Affordability. The Nashville market at the moment, kind of going sideways, not really going up, not really going down. It's difficult for both buyers and sellers to figure out what to do. Why is that? Pricing, pricing, pricing. We live in a world where for most people, their biggest asset is the equity in their home. So we need prices to go up. Conversely, and I say this all the time, for the people coming behind me, I'm late 30s, but early 30s, 20s, the folks who haven't even bought homes yet, they need cheaper prices. How do we get there? I don't claim to have the answers. There's a lot in progress, but let's jump into this video and a couple things impacting affordability right now. Three areas. The first area is low inventory. Now, low inventory is kind of interesting because when you look across the country, some states like the Midwest, Northeast, out West have extremely low inventory. Nashville actually has a lot of inventory at the moment relative to those places, but we're still below where we should be. So what does that mean? Well, that means for buyers, there's less choices, which means essentially less sales. For sellers, it has the temptation of overpricing when you shouldn't, so you have to be careful there. So we've talked about low inventory. Well, with low inventory, part of that is home builders have just not built enough in recent years for long-term demand. Now, maybe for them in the short term, they're going, there's a lot out there, I gotta be careful. There's a lot out there, I gotta be careful. But when you look at population growth, when you look at the number of units we need, when you look at absorption rates, we're just not building enough. So what does that do? It puts pressure on resales. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts. In the areas where we're building enough, it brings down prices, which is good for those first-time home buyers. In the areas where we're not building enough, it helps resales sell at higher prices. So it's kind of like life. Pick your problem, pick your solution. What's the best angle? I do hope in the coming years that we'll be building not only more homes, but more somewhat affordable homes. So many homes in Middle Tennessee are built that are $500,000, easily $1 million, $2 and $3 and $4 million bucks, and that's great. I'm not a builder, I'd like to be one day, but I think that we have to incentivize builders enough to build stuff for first-time home buyers that helps them get in the game and build wealth, build equity, and be encouraged. Because if not, these folks are never going to buy, and they're gonna miss a big part of growing their assets and their balance sheet in life, and that would be a tragedy. The third and most talked about one are interest rates. It's kind of like the chicken and the egg. Do interest rates come first? Does inventory come first? Do builders just build to build, or do they watch? What impacts what more? All we know is this: with rates being up the last few years, it's hurt affordability. You've seen the graphs where it shows prices of homes as they go up with interest rates, the same interest rate, a rising interest rate, but house prices going up, and the interest rate is material. Not as material as the price, but still very important. The good news is there is relief in sight. Just recently, for the first time in 3 years, interest rates for mortgages went under 6% after President Trump announced the $200 billion QE program is instructing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to do. We'll see how all that plays out. I think since then they've popped back up to 6, 6.25, 6 1/8, but the magic number is 6 or lower. If we get around there, we're gonna take off. Again, is that good, is that bad? A lot to figure out, I don't know. But in terms of affordability, that 6 magic number is what we're looking for. Now, lenders are also having more creative financing programs. You can ask for a buy down. There's tons of things you can do when buying a home to make it more affordable. And the reality is most agents have no clue about these things, but that's what we pride ourselves on here at the Think Brad channel. So going forward, here's what this means. If you're a buyer, you have more room to negotiate potentially more than ever. You need an agent who's gonna look at the neighborhood, the subdivision. What are you actually competing against? If you're in Williamson County, a lot more homes are selling down there. It's harder to negotiate. If you're in Davidson County, much easier to negotiate. It's also becoming very neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street specific. You need someone who knows the math. I've preached on it for years. Conversely, if you're a seller, you can't just roll the ball out there and ask for some crazy number. Have some logic to what you're asking. Again, we pride ourselves on knowing the numbers. It does you no good to sign a representation agreement with someone, a listing agreement with someone, and have the price be sky sky high. You'll feel good for about a day. Then as the weeks and months tag along, you're going to hate the agent. You're going to hate the transaction. You're probably going to fire them. And you're going to do damage to your house and your ability to sell it for top dollar. So whether you're a buyer or seller, reach out to us. We are here to help you. As always, think Nashville, think Brad. We'd love to hear from you. So stay tuned. See you soon. Cheers.